Welcome back to the channel, everyone. We're going to have a look at our potential Brownlow leaders coming into round 16 of 2026. We're not just going to be looking at our Brownlows as contradictory to what you'll see at the start. We'll have a look at all the other medalists as well. But, of course, Brownlow is always a big discussion, especially as we get to the pointy end of the season, as we'll start to kind of have an idea as to who may be leading or not. And the good thing about the start of this year, or at least most of this year, is that there hasn't been a clear leader all year, or not even a clear two. It's been a mix of different players to start this year, or for the midway point of this year, wherever you want to look at it. There's been a lot of contenders. There's been players popping up left, right, and center. And so I want to have a little discussion as to who we think will be taking home the highest honor at the end of the year. Because I reckon we'll be seeing a first-timer this year. I think... Who have we had? Matt Rowell is definitely not going to make it for me. No chance of Paddy Cripps. So we'll be seeing a new name. We may be seeing some well-deserved names. No Lockie Neal as well. Yeah. So I'm excited. First off, I'm going to list a few names I've got.
Okay.
Just in terms of the ones that I think are in the best discussion.
Yep.
So
go ahead.
Let me know if I miss anyone or if you disagree with any. For me, I have 4 players.
Okay.
Jordan Dawson.
Yes, he's sitting at my number 3 for mine at the moment.
Isaac Heaney.
Yeah.
Marcus Bontempelli.
Okay.
And Bailey Smith.
Ooh, okay.
So those are the 4 for me that feel about in the top 4.
They're 4 of my top 5.
I feel like Nick Dacos is the other one.
No, I don't have Dacos in my top 5.
Of course it's not Dacos. You got him at 2.
No.
Put him at 2.
Funny enough, I've got him in my second top 5.
Fair enough, I guess.
No, I'm leaning considerably towards Isaac Heaney at the moment. I think his season to date has genuinely been phenomenal. Ratings-wise, he's been the number 1 player all year. He's been able to hit the scoreboard almost every single week, whether that's kicking 5, whether that's kicking 2, whether that's setting others up to be able to kick goals as well. He's just been all-around phenomenal player and super consistent. Just uber impressive the way he's gone about it this year. Honestly, a smoky for me is Jordan Dawson, simply because when you look at like the player ratings, he's been top 3 almost every week, every time he's played. And maybe with the stats this year, it's a really interesting thing that they can maybe look at them and think he's been that impressive. Other than that, I feel like it's a very even race.
You said that I said 4 of your top 5. Who was the one I didn't mention?
So you got Heaney, you got Dawson, you got Smith, you got Bont. I don't know my other top 5. It's just...
You just didn't want to say Nick Dacos. That's all it is. That's all it is.
It was originally going to be buses, but then I thought Port aren't good enough.
I think, that's the problem. Butters would have been left out because of the amount of games we didn't get votes, or we had maybe 1 vote because he had a good game in a bad loss. So unfortunately, teams like that, they just can't find ways.
I'm almost leaning towards like Luke Jackson is just a shout as an honourable mention. Going, okay, well, he's had 27 and 3. I feel like he's done that a few times this year. Fremantle haven't really had like
Fremantle have given themselves so many opportunities to get Brownlow votes as well, so it's not a bad shout. Yeah,
so, like I'm not looking at Brayshaw and Sarong as like they're going to get 20+ votes each this year.
Neither of them have even come out as like the best player on their team per se. They're just really solid leaders on a fantastic team.
I'm saying the same thing like with Hawthorn at the moment. Jack Gunston might arguably be their number 1 because of the amount of goals he's kicked in the games he's played, but like John Newcomb might be number 1 other than that, like Nick Watson, but there's not a real standout there in my opinion.
I disagree.
Okay.
Purely because one of the stats I'm looking at, I think Nick Watson is their number 1 at the moment.
Okay.
Not only has he been doing what he's doing, he's also 4th in the Coleman right now.
It's very impressive. I'm not denying that. Your shout for him at the start of the year, phenomenal. Do you remember your shout?
My shout, I had a few shouts that I was really impressed. I said Murphy Reed as another one, and
Yeah.
he's been getting consistent shouts. So I was really happy at that.
Yeah.
Charlie Cameron was another one that I had, and he looked to be off to a decent start, but as Brisbane have fallen off, he's kind of fallen off too.
I just feel like it's a bit of daylight at the moment with Heaney and the rest.
I kind of disagree. I think Bontempelli has all the tools going his way to potentially snipe it this year.
I just think the Bulldogs are sitting
seventh.
So they're sitting seventh. In every one of their losses, is not polling a single vote.
I'd argue that in most of their wins, though, he's polling 2 or 3.
Potentially, but I think that's what hurts him. I think Heaney can go, yeah, I'm polling. First of all, I've got more wins, so I'm going to vote in more wins.
There's that, of course, but I also think there's the potential for the likes of McCartan to take a few from him. Blakey would have taken a few from him. Grundy may have taken some.
But I think Ruckman are really hard to decide with votes. It's really difficult to decide with them. I just think Heaney without Warner and without Goulden, like obviously no Goulden throughout the first half of the year, but no Warner at his best. I just think he's going to be polling 2 to 3 votes every single week they win. Like almost every single week he will be polling votes.
I guess my argument to that is that Bontempelli has that on a different level with his team, but of course you come back to the amount of wins that they've had in comparison to Sydney. I just think when Bont has his opportunities, it's very clearly he's going to be the best player for the Dogs in 9 out of 10 of their wins every single time, it feels like at the moment. And considering they're getting enough wins at the moment for him to be a chance, he's had a great season all season. He has not looked a step off all year so far. He's still my pick. I had him as my pick to start the year, and I'm going to stick strong with him because I think Bont still has a good chance.
Point.
I think Dawson may surprise people with how much he jumps up.
Absolutely.
And I love the Heaney pick. I just think there's too many people chomping at him. And Bailey Smith on the other end as well.
Yeah.
Max Holmes could take him out too. But I think he's also just been out a lot of games too. Or a couple of games here and there that may hurt him.
Yeah, he has missed a little bit.
He's always bound for disposals. And I'm just wondering, with the umpires now getting to look at the stats at the end of games, could he sway umpires towards him purely based off the statistics? If he has given the umps a sniff to consider him, they look at the stat sheet and go, he's gotten another 30 piece. I think it's going to be
this is going to be the most interesting Brownlow year for me in almost arguably ever, because of the fact that we've got the stats and how that's going to affect. We don't know if it will, but the fact that it might means it's going to be super interesting.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, we'll be able to tell based off of how many absolute shockers that we see this year, whether it actually changes it or not. So, I'm interested to see if there's a smoky. Nick Dacos, the thing is, he has his amazing game still, but there's the argument that they're not winning enough, and there's also the argument that even in some of the wins, he hasn't looked like their best player.
Yeah, I think DeGoey's looking at this stage.
DeGoey's taking a few from him. Yeah.
I also don't think he's been at his best for a lot of the year. Incredible in terms of impact, but I just don't think like the ball use, for example, hasn't quite been at his best. So it
hasn't been one of those years where you go, oh, Nick Dacos has polled another 3 votes.
Yeah.
And you always have him in the back of your head for the Brownlow. There's just genuinely been some fantastic talent at the top that are doing what Nick Dacos has been doing for the past couple of years, basically. So, honestly, Dacos could be one of those players that just has the worst Brownlow luck possible, like a Bontempelli. But he's got more of his career to make up for it. Bont needs his if he's looking to get it anytime soon. Even Heaney needs it sometime soon. But I think those are some good shouts. So you're going with Isaac Heaney?
I'm going with Heaney.
I'm going to stick with Bontempelli, I reckon. I'll stick with Bontempelli and I'll be happy. But Coleman looks pretty clear right now.
It does,
but
a little.
Form and experience come into play here.
Yeah.
Ben King is currently in the lead with 42 goals on the season. We know why. We've mentioned this from the beginning.
Yep.
Ben King was a shout. I think he was your number 1 this year.
He was.
2 was Sam Darcy, but of course for reasons he completely out of his control, he's obviously not going to be up there. Ben King though, he's done his role, he's done his thing, he's done exactly what he needs to do in a side, and he's shown some genuine strength being a full forward. He's not just one of those dudes who sit in the goal square and pick him out. He is legitimately great set shot at goal.
He's incredibly accurate.
Yep, incredibly accurate.
He takes his chances when he needs to.
And he does exactly what he needs to do in this Gold Coast side.
Absolutely. That's what he's asked to do. He does it to the best of his abilities, and he's the best in the league at it. If you don't like it, that's fine. That's a completely separate argument.
There's 2 players behind him who have won a Coleman already.
Yeah.
At 39 goals, Jeremy Cameron, just 3 behind. And Charlie Curnow at 36, who is 6 behind.
Yes. And that is a bit of a logjam. But it's a big
Who
difference.
else? You want to know who else has 36? Nick Watson. Nick Watson has 36 goals on the year. When I saw that, I could not believe what I was looking at. I'm like,
he's been great.
He's got 36.
Yeah, incredible year so far. Another name that I would really want to mention is Logan Morris.
Yep.
I think with Brisbane's return to form, I think their midfield's really going to start cooking, and he's just going to get a lot of supply. And like what we saw against Gold Coast, where he kicked 7, I think he's got multiple bags of 4 and 5 upcoming. And I think he could really turn it on in the back half of the year and potentially push for a top 3 finish.
No thoughts on Jai Amos, who also has 35 goals?
I just think it's such an even attack for them. Like, they could have him, Tracy, and Voss all kick 40 goals this year. It's just so hard to, like, I think he'll possibly get 50 goals, but I don't know if he'll quite break the 60 barrier, which is where I don't think
he's 60 bound. I definitely think he's 50 bound, though.
Yeah.
I think again, it's just the amount that he's going to be getting. He's had games where he's had 10 shots at goal.
Yeah.
If he can turn that into 70% accuracy, 50 is well and truly there.
Yeah.
If we're looking at who takes it, though, and I put the question out there because Ben King and the Suns have an incredibly rough run home in terms of who they come up against, starting off the week with Freo or starting off the rest of their season with Freo here.
Yeah.
Does Jeremy Cameron pinch it? Cameron, I don't even want to say he's looked off the pace. He's had a few injury blows. He's still been really, really effective. He's just not on world record pace that he was last year.
Because he kicked 11 in a game. It sort of takes out the sort of average moments he's had throughout the year because of the injury. I feel like that's been a big thing for him. But you can't question it. He's only 3 behind. If Geelong get into a couple 7-goal games, like, he has every chance of winning it back to back.
And everyone else is at least 6 behind. Do you see anyone potentially causing any upsets?
I still want to shout the Logan Morris. I still want to shout him. I think if Brisbane really start to tick over, he will be the big benefit of that.
I'm going to stick strong. I'm going to say Ben King holds on and takes it this year.
I
think that, it's his main goal. It's the thing he's there for. And despite their struggles, Gold Coast still will be able to deliver him a golden platter of shot attempts.
Yes,
so I'm sticking with Ben. And then finally, we want to have a look at our rising star potential because I've got 4 names here. 2 that came to the top of my head straight away and 2 that I had to look up and went, they have had some pretty good campaigns. The 2 easy ones for me, Jagger Smith, Willem Dersma. I think
Agreed.
Smith, I'm so glad he's had the good year that we kind of hoped he'd have last year. The year off, obviously, with the awful injury that he had to overcome in his first season, technically. And then Willem Dersma has been a beautiful shining light on the improvement of West Coast this season. I'm genuinely excited to see his ceiling because there was times this year where I thought he was playing better than Harley Reid. Harley Reid has absolutely stepped it up into another gear, though. So
Frozone.
Willem Dersma, I think, just has that going against him. Jagger feels like he fits in with the top of the echelon, with the top crew. And Willem feels like he's just one step behind Harley. So maybe that takes it away from him.
No, I'm all aboard the Dersman trade. He's my number 1 at the moment. I think I've got Jagger at 3 though, because Job Shanahan.
Yes, he's one of the names I've got here. He's one of the names I've got here.
Eagles.
Shanahan has been fantastic. He has been a complete step up this year. He showed really good signs last year, but this year, he's been something else on both ends.
Yeah. Can't question what he does, especially aerially. And as you said, the impact on both sides of the ball when needed just shows how good of a gun he's going to be.
And then final name I've got here, I'm really surprised that he has looked as good as he has, considering he was very quiet in his previous seasons. Venus Gothard. He has been a really nice light on GWS's season. He has so much cleanliness for a guy who looks like he could break down at any moment. He is a player who plays with a twitchiness about him, if that makes sense. He almost looks like he makes it up on the fly all the time. He doesn't play by
instincts,
a certain...
plays on survival.
Yeah, he doesn't like go by a conservative or an aggressive play style. He just takes what's given to him and works with it from there. And so I really, really like that about him.
100%.
He's not my rising star, but man, is he a really impressive talent. I think he's got so much exciting plays ahead of him and exciting moments ahead of him that he'll be nice. He'll be a nice one to watch, and I think he's solidified an AFL spot.
My number one though is going to be Willem Dersma. I do think he winged it. I just think what he's done, the superstar talent he's already shown, both aerially and at the contest, incredible levels.
I'm going to go Jagger Smith takes it. I think Jagger takes it because of the fact that he has been as productive as he has been on a team that's winning a little bit more. So I'm going to give Jagger the prize this year. I'm going to give him the award. But with that being said, I think that's where we'll end this one. I think our producers had enough of hearing us yap for the night, so we'll give them a rest. That being said, if you guys enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Let us know your picks as well in the comments below. Keep us in the loop. We want to hear it all. But I appreciate you tuning in and watching. Again, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on all our other platforms as well, and we'll see you all in another one. Cheers.
Peace.